I know where John's at. I did that for a reason. A pause is worth. He had every eyeball except the gentleman in the back who's busily working. Every eyeball looking at me, wondering what's going on. So I got your attention without saying a word. And we need to remember to pause when we first come up and speak and get everyone's attention. Mr. Rollow, storytelling. Storytelling is absolutely the most important part of the conversation. And as children, we naturally love storytelling. And I thought you did a great job with imagery. When you came up here, I was looking to hear a little bit more about the Ozark Mountains to set the backdrop, because I'm a Bulldog fan myself. So I was trying to imagine a bulldog running through the Ozarks. I don't know if it was away from the Razorback or after the Razorback, but that was an interesting capstone, if you will, to really start off the talk. I was a little disappointed in your voice. It was extremely hard to hear back in the room, in the back of the room when you first started. And you were leaning towards this side and leaving this side out. So I had to strain to hear you, and I didn't even understand early on when the folktale started. I caught up with you, but had you started here at the beginning and talked to all of us, then we would have known exactly when you transitioned into the folktale. So that's real important. So the first question real quickly was, did the speaker attract your interest, and were you entertained? I wasn't necessarily entertained early on because I was still trying to fumble and find out where you were at. So we need to remember when we're speaking, the size of the room matters, and our voice has to reach each and every person in the room. What I especially liked was the question of whether or not the tempo, the rhythm, the inflection, the pause, and the volume, because it kind of put everything together into perspective, especially when you're hearing someone tell a story. All those matter. And so I would just, because this is the beginning, the first project of storytelling, which is an advanced communication manual. And the most important thing you can do is tell a good story inside of your speech. And your storytelling connects with the audience. And in order to grab the audience and bring them into your story, you're really trying to tap and transport them into where you are. In this particular case, you were back east in an area where you grew up. And so you really want to tap into their world, bring them into your world, and then tell the story. And so I think if you do that as you advance in some of these projects, you'll do a fantastic job.